which is more of like people with power, which their upper class would basically be the top of our upper class, but their lower class is basically our bottom, if not worse. Oh yeah, the economy's doing great in China, but that's not to say that the average Joe is doing well.
Oh my god.
Plus, China's definitely not a safe place. I mean, for fuck's sake, Yakuza is still a thing, which is basically mobsters. Like, our mobsters we used to have, like, in the 20s, that's China now.
Yeah, so what I think it is a lot of countries, they say that we're behind, but maybe technology and economically, but like history repeats itself. And it's
Mm-hmm.
true because we did that, we had mobsters, and now they have their mobsters, and they're not going away. They're stuck in like the 20s,
But I
like the
mean,
1920s.
because I mean, if you live on Yakuza turf, you have to pay them. Like, monthly, they'll come around and be like, hey, that time of the month, gotta pay. And it's basically quote unquote protection. More like, oof, you died.
I broke my balls.
More like, we won't bust into your shop and take the money forcibly. Instead, if you just hand it over. I
That's how
mean,
Yakuza games were.
Yakuza isn't as common as what it was, but it's still around. It's definitely there. And you think the cops care? Nah,
No, they don't, because
they'll
it's
just
not
line
their
their pockets.
job to care.
Plus, the only time you'll see cops around is if it's in a nice neighborhood or a neighborhood that they give a shit about. Because, I mean, if you're upper class, then they want to keep you around because your money's going into their pockets. Now, if you're poor as shit, then they'd rather you die because, I mean, it's capitalism. Or not capitalism, that's us. Communism. Communism, how it works is, even if you're on the bottom, you're still getting something, but if you somehow kick the bucket, then that's more for someone else. If China lost 1,000 people on the bottom, they wouldn't give a shit because that's just more for everyone else. Now, if it's 1,000 people off the top, they'll kind of panic because it's like, well, what the fuck's going on? But on the bottom, it's more of like, if you're like on the bottom of the totem pole in China, you're basically human trash. They don't.
Damn.
I mean, it's
Fuck
true.
you.
They don't even care. Like, if you die, they don't
That's
care. If
sad.
you
That's
live,
sad.
they really don't care. If you come back home beaten and bruised, they don't care. And if you're a US citizen visiting China, you are worse. You are. They see you as a potential money bag because if they get you and then try to ransom you, then they can make money. If they get you and they try to talk with the US will have to pay money to get you back. If they're able. But, yeah. That's why if you're going to visit anywhere in the world, Africa and China are probably the least safe. Other than Russia, of course.
Goddamn rock.
Russia,
Yeah.
China, and Africa probably the least safe places for US citizens.
For any citizen, not just you guys.
Oh
Did you
no,
hear
but
about
if
the
they
bill that was
fucking
passed? No, I didn't hear it because I don't live there.
if they fucking hear that you're a U.S. citizen, it's even worse. I don't care what citizen you are, like what citizenship you have. It's a lot worse for the U.S. because if they hear that American comes into the country, you basically have a big old target on your back. Because
Big
everyone sees
old
the
kicking
U.S.
sign.
as them saying, "Oh, we're better than you." And to be honest, I think we have every right to say we are better because
We don't have mobsters anymore. Fuck
we
you.
don't have. I mean, you can walk down the street and not die. I mean, I'm not going to say that it's perfect here, but it's certainly not walking down the street and you're going to get mugged, walking down the street, going to get shot, killed. I mean, there's some racism, but it's definitely not as bad as it used to be. And I mean, for fuck's sake, everywhere else is racist as fuck too. Like it fucking amazes me the links that the U.S. will take, like the communities and the fucking I don't know the word for it, but basically people in the U.S. the links that they will go to punish someone for being racist, for being sexist, or being offensive in any way at all, really. Because I mean, not to say that they're right, because they're not, but I mean, if you are for some reason offensive to someone, right now you basically can say fuck you to the wrong person and then go to jail.
That's true.
I mean, you can offend people with the smallest things, and yet you are seen as like a terrible, hideous human being. But then you go to another country and it's a comedy.
Because that's
Commodity.
what the government wants us to see. The
You're the
government
U.S.
only
dollar.
talks
You're
about what they want us to talk about and look at and see. They don't talk about all this other stuff going on here because they don't care. They're like, oh, nah, keep your focus on what's going on here politically. Oh, blah, 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 blah. That's all the fucking U.S. ever does. What else is new?
And what's on the news in the USA there? I mean, yeah, Trump going to jail is probably like the biggest thing that's happening right now in the U.S. Other than like quote unquote old news. I mean, like the war in Ukraine, I don't want to say that it's old news, but it is. I mean, it's still going on, and it's still something that's important, and still something we should keep up with. But how the news stations treat it, it's old news. Why are they going to keep talking about it?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So, now they're going to move on to the next thing, which just so happens to be Trump. Anything else happening right now? No. Not that they haven't talked
Joe
about.
Biden. Yeah, Joe Biden apparently there's documents proving that he took money from other world countries, third world countries, saying that US would have like something into the economy or some shit. I don't remember how. My coworker told me about it. She's heard it on the radio.
The
I
U.S.
was
has
like, bruh.
no care in the world about any other any other currency. Because I mean, like, honestly, what? Why would the U.S. care? I mean, it's not that it's not
It's not our
news,
currency.
but it's basically them thinking like, okay, they have a new currency. This is something that happens all the time. Somebody can make a new currency. Somebody can decide their currency is going to be worth less, worth more, print more money, print less money. I mean, this is something that happens all the time. Now, of course, it's an entirely new currency, which is different, but they still don't care.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's important, but
Oh, you want to see something real quick?
sure.
I
It's
need a
important, trust me,
car.
I get it. It is important, but why should they care is basically what they're thinking, because it's old news, because people change currencies, people... What the fuck? You just teleported over here. But, like, I know it's a new currency, but changes to currency is old news. It happens all the time, so they basically don't care.
Now,
Probably
if it starts
should.
taking off and something starts happening with it, then yeah, they're gonna care. But right
I
now,
mean, if
no.
they try to screw us... I mean, let's be honest, everyone's downgrading. Everyone's doing absolute shit, to be honest.
No, the car. I put the car wrong way.
But... Because, I mean, like, right now, the US is going through a recession. Are we talking about it? No? Does anyone care? Yeah, I mean, we care, but everyone's like, okay, we're in a recession now. It's kind of important, kind of something that could possibly impact people, because it's doing it daily, it's impacting me. But it's a weird recession, because everyone's trying to prevent it. How'd you do that?
You just walk towards the wall and jump.
At an angle?
No, straight on.
I'll grab me a fucking crunch bar back here.
Don't get near the front counter, you will die.
What?
Don't get near the front counter of this store, you'll die.
Well, I mean, to be honest, where is the best? Everyone's got their flaws. I mean, for fuck's sake, even Germany, which is honestly a really nice place now, they're still doing questionable things. I mean, like Auschwitz.
They removed landmarks, man.
Like Auschwitz is they're trying to remove it.
They already moved the castle.
They're trying to remove Auschwitz because they're saying it's a bad part of their history, so they don't want to have it anymore. The USA
Hey, come through
isn't
here.
really sold to China. We just don't want to fuck with them. We owe them a lot of money, but then again, they can't really do anything to us because we owe them a lot of money. It's kind of an awkward relationship. We don't like them, they don't like us. We owe them money, but they don't like us. The thing is, they have to basically just deal with us, because if they want their money, then they'll have to just let us pay it. And if they try to do anything to us, then they won't get paid.
Come here, dude. Secret rear portal.
So where do you die?
The front counter over here.
I kind of want to touch it. Never mind. Wait,
Dude,
shit!
it's instant. It's instant, bro.
I didn't
You
even
don't even
touch it, man.
You touched my body. It was good enough.
I didn't even touch the body. I like walked into the walkway.
Yeah, there's that. That's what I wanted to show you.
That's cool as fuck, though.
I know a lot of other wall versions and stuff. Yeah. Um, but I mean, hey, again, can't do anything.
I mean, we basically are just paying it little by little. The only reason why we're paying it instead of saying, "Hey, we can't pay this," is because then we would basically be on our own. We don't trade with anyone. But I mean, at some point, we're probably just gonna be like, "Hey, we can't pay this. Sorry."
Why do we need to owe? Why do we owe money again?
Because of trade, we import more than we export, which is honestly so fucking stupid. But we don't have any fucking import or we don't have any fucking export businesses. We have some, but not enough. So basically, we're buying more than we're selling, is what the reason is.
Mm.
Well, I mean, kinda. We would be fucked until the U.S. gets over it. That's the one thing that the U.S. has over everyone else. If Russia, for say, gets trade blocked, they suffer. And currently, they are suffering. If China gets trade blocked, they'll suffer. Kinda, not as much. Because they export a lot of things that they don't need. They do have a lot of resources, but not all the resources that they need, though.
You want to touch up your dude a little bit? The Crimson
What?
Chin. You want to put some
Why, hello there.
hair on him and face and stuff. You want to
But,
do something to your dude?
Come in, have a seat. What do you have in mind?
But yeah, I mean, it's just how the U.S. is built. If we ever decide to be like, you know what, we want to stop trading, or somebody decides to stop trading with us, we'll be fine. It will hurt for quite a bit, but in the end of things, we'll get over it. It's just how things are.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's what the U.S. is best at. There's two things the U.S. is absolute best at. One, it's the best at change. Because, come on, communists, they don't fucking change at all. The U.S., the whole thing of the U.S. is change. Um, so I mean, the U.S. is very good with change. Yeah, I mean, every 4 years, and then sometimes a little bit in between. But that's the whole thing about the U.S. It's change. So I mean, if something like that happened, yeah, it would hurt for a while, but we'd work our way around it. We always do. Now, if, like I said, Russia gets trade blocked, which they are mostly, except for China, of course, but they are mostly trade blocked, and they are not having a good time with that. I mean, they are having a hard fucking time. Their citizens are fucking starving. Yep. Things are not good over there. But what are we gonna do about it? We don't like them, and they don't like us. So I mean, we're just gonna chill. No, not really. The reason why they wanted Ukraine, it was basically their first step to rebuilding Soviet Russia, the USSR. Ukraine was part of the USSR, and they were planning on continuing it till they had the full USSR back. But also because they wanted border states, a part of the USSR as well, to keep from NATO. They want room between NATO and the USSR. I keep calling it the USSR is because that's what they're making. They're trying to make the USSR again, which they're not succeeding now. Because I mean, for fuck's sake, they're getting held back by a single country, a tiny country.
Wasn't there a point in time where you could buy? Is my party gonna work? There we go. Jesus. I don't know what happened there. In exchange for me to kill myself. You was supposed to pass.
Come back anytime. Right now, man. I know nothing on this subject. Sorry for not knowing anything on the subject. Never mind. Okay, I hope.
NATO, yeah, hopefully. Yeah, and most of NATO, the reason why they're in NATO is because they need the protection. And NATO's like, well, okay, yeah, that's fine. We'll protect you, you protect us. But let's be honest, it's not equal protection, I guess.
Mhm. I'm tired. God.
Yeah, I mean, but the whole thing with NATO is that the US actually US at first didn't accept NATO, but eventually they did. Um the whole thing is the UK and the USA are friends with each other, and the whole point of NATO is to basically be like, we're all under contract to be friends with each other, including all the ones that had joined other than them. If they left, we would still probably be friends with everybody, but I mean, it's basically saying, hey, I mean, yeah, they denied Russia because, I mean, it's king of communism. A lot of NATO is about democracy.
A lot of my um, coworkers talk about this NATO thing, and I don't know what it's really all about.
NATO?
Yeah.
That's basically any any countries that are democratic enough to basically be stable and that are accepted as countries and that are peaceful for the most part.
Hmm.
Basically, they can be accepted into NATO, and the agreement is basically don't shoot me and I don't shoot you. And if somebody else
Huh.
randomly shoots you, then I will help you shoot them. That's basically
Okay.
NATO in a nutshell. And the US is part of it. Same as the UK. The biggest names
Okay.
of NATO is the UK and the US. And the biggest names of the people that are not in NATO is China and Russia. But yeah, NATO is basically a big alliance. Yeah, China don't really need nobody, but the thing is, if we all go to war and Russia is crippled as... If Russia is as crippled as it seems, China don't need to go to war. Because China can handle its own until it's against the world. Because I hate to say it, but in a war against the US and China, I don't know what's going to win. But in a war against the whole world against China, China has no damn chance. It's got more chance of blowing up the earth than it does winning. And that's kind of why nobody's really going into war now, because they're like, well, we did it. Our weapons are now too strong. If we fucking destroy anyone we want, we're going to destroy ourselves in the process. That's why all these alliances have been made, because they don't want to attack anybody. Even Russia is hesitant to do anything. I mean, they're attacking Ukraine, but they have a fucking nuke. There's no way they don't have a nuke. Unless if they've been bluffing, but still, I don't think they don't have a nuke. But even Russia is holding back because, let's be honest, Russia could have attacked anybody by now. They could have attacked the US if they wanted to. But what's the point? They'd just be signing their own death certificate. If anyone starts a war that's significant enough to include any big country, it's basically World War III. I mean, for fuck's sake, the propaganda in fucking Russia is saying that Ukraine is Nazis. The only way that war can actually be won now is basically by making one odd one out. Yeah, I mean, as cool as it is, why the fuck would you need that? You know?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you nuke the same place enough times, the whole Earth is just gone. Hell, I mean, if you use a single nuke in any location of the world, you're gonna feel the after effects for a while. All over. Yeah, but the thing is, that big old don't fuck with us ain't really gonna do shit because we're gonna do the same thing. Don't fuck with us. I mean, it's impressive, but now it's like, well, I mean, okay, you got it. Now what? You're not gonna use it. If you do, you're gonna fuck everyone up, including yourself. Our weapons have gotten too strong at this point. I mean, for fuck's sake. We have no use in our weapons. Because they just sit there. If we fucking use it against somebody, we just fuck everyone. The only use that we have for a nuke now is they were talking about nuking fucking Mars so that it can build an ozone layer and try to make it habitable, but I don't even think that'd work. But hey, I suppose it's worth a shot. Because, I mean, hell, we're probably going to need Mars to be habitable at some point. We're going to keep on fucking this world up.
Mm-hmm.
Only thing is, if we make Mars habitable, it's just basically going to be a new Earth. It's going to be like, okay, how do we split shit up? Honestly, I don't keep up with what Russia says they have. Because half of it is a lie. I mean, for fuck's sake. Like, honestly, most of the time they boast shit that they don't even have. I mean, of course they can make it, but that requires materials and money and time that they don't have. Part of the reason why the U.S. doesn't really make a lot of bombs anymore. I mean, for fuck's sake, as big as our country is, the military is puny for what it could be. The fucking equipment we use is puny for what it could be. But the whole point is, why should we make a big military? Why should we spend so much money in war when it's more profitable to be at peace? I mean, used to, the US, if a war was going on, it was good for the US. Because the thing is, how our economy works, if we're at war, all we're doing is making money. So nobody minds a good old war every now and then, but now things have gotten so expensive where we don't even benefit. One missile's enough to just call it a day. Because we don't make enough money. I mean, for fuck's sake, the factories that used to go ahead and switch to making weapons and shit. Yeah, we make money as far as anyone that's working in the factories, anyone that's, like, the people make more money during war, which is great. Until it comes down to resources. Now it's just so expensive that it's no longer profitable. Plus our gasoline prices would skyrocket too. So, war's not profitable anymore. It's a lot better to just be at peace. Spend less money, less loss of life. Which, as much as I hate war and conflict, we're honestly due for one. Only thing is, I don't want to go to war because if the U.S. goes to war, the draft gets stated, which means any men above the age of 18 and below the age of 55 are obligated to be serving in the military. Like, honestly, whenever I heard about the whole Russia shit, I was already planning. I was already like, what the hell am I gonna do? I don't want to hold a fucking gun. As much I'm not against guns. It's not even that. It's literally I'm just against going to war because I'm like, what's the
There's
fuck?
no point in
What's the
it,
fucking
bro.
point?
Oh, there's no point. Literally, Gulliver Travels. In the movie, they sing a song about what is it good for? Absolutely nothing.
Like, seriously,
It's in.
if I go to war, I guarantee you I won't make it back. And honestly, what would I die for? And there's always that one person that says, it's an honor to die for your country. And I'm like, it's an honor to live in my country. Thank you. Appreciate it. I'd rather not die. I'd rather die in my country than I would for it. Why the hell am I leaving my country whenever it's so nice to be in it? If it's so nice to die for, why can't I just live here? Seems much more. It seems much nicer to live in the country and for the country than it does to die for the country.
That's true.
I mean, what's the point in dying for it? And the whole thing is, oh, they die for their country to make it safer. And I'm like, no, the fuck they don't. We're not safe. We're just safer. I mean, the chances of somebody going to war with us is probably slim to none in comparison to what it is with everyone else, but it's still not impossible. And I mean, the whole thing is, yeah, we're making it safe for other people. Why am I gonna make the fucking country safer for someone that I don't even care about? Honestly, moving to Japan sounds nice to me. It's not. It's definitely not a U.S., but and honestly, if I move to Japan, Japan is racist as fuck. But it's a nice place to live. Gotta get over some things, but I mean, it's nice. Um, just gotta be more cautious and careful. Plus, yeah, in high school, if I was in high school in Japan, I'd be seen as a punk because I have blonde hair. That and I'm above their average height, and I'm also way above their average size, so I would be like fucking. I would be like your average punk. Yeah, Switzerland's kind of an odd area, to be honest. It's really not favored as far as like, who the hell goes and just outright says, I'm gonna go take Switzerland? I mean, it's not a bad place, it's just not one of the ones that everyone thinks about. One place I definitely wouldn't want to live in is fucking Mexico. It's a good way to fucking die. I mean, my fucking buddy, Reaper Fire, he used to live in Mexico. He's from Mexico, but he would tell me about shit that would happen every now and then, and that shit, you'd get beat up just for doing the wrong thing. Honestly, I'm sure Germany would be up there because Germany doesn't want to get involved in shit. They're pretty peaceful.
And that's why they got third place both times on the fucking thing at the convention. They didn't do anything, so they just got a solid third.
Pretty sure Canada is. People are
No.
looking to fucking. People are mad at Canada for some reason. I don't fucking remember why.
Nicest people on earth, man.
Apparently they did something wrong. I don't fucking know what they did, but there was something recently that they did that. I think it
Just
was that
shit,
they
no
didn't
Cheerios.
supply. I think it was that they didn't supply Ukraine with anything.
Mm.
Yeah, but the thing is, Canada just keeps to themselves. They're like, they have their fucking maple syrup, they have their hospitality, and they just do their own thing. Yeah, I mean, they can make it. Germany's, I think, in the positives as far as like they're making enough money to pay it back eventually. The U.S. doesn't make enough. We don't make enough to pay back our loans. But I think Germany can pay it back because I think they have more money coming in than out. But maybe I'm wrong on that. I don't know. Yeah, I mean Germany's a really nice place. Um, honestly, it's impressive.
I'm gonna give it.
Hmm.
I think I'm just gonna lay it down.
Man, I'm getting tired.
Hey, do you want to join someone on a Star Wars death run on GTA?
Star Wars Death Run.
Well, let me. Actually, it depends. Are they on new gen or old gen?
I don't fucking know, but I guess.
I don't know if he's on new or old.
I've never seen any Germany. Oh yeah, yeah, I've seen some German memes actually. Yeah, I like them.
Mm-hmm. This dude's gotten rich off of people
What?
that they're paying $1 or donating $1 to him.
Why?
Yeah, people are going to this guy on YouTube that I'm watching live right now
Why?
because he's playing the Star Wars Death Run, and I don't know, they're trying to support him,
Huh.
but it's just so weird because dude's probably getting rich off of those $1.
Yeah.
They add up, you know.
Yeah, it doesn't
And,
take long for them to.
mm-hmm.
Not me having 5 stars in the fucking subway and just killing cops for fun. YouTube takes less cut, I think. Twitch takes more.
Well, this is not by the. I don't think it's by a super chat feature on YouTube. It's by his own little website it makes you go to.
Oh, then it probably either all goes to him or even more if it goes to him than YouTube.
Let me look and see. Okay, this guy is not very good at playing the game. He's good at giving information about the game, not playing it.
Oh,
He's really bad. Oh, he hit him.
they finally killed me. I was sitting at 5 stars for a good 20 minutes.
That was pretty good.
I was just standing there in the same place, didn't even go get cover.
Well, dude, you could have done the 5 star like wanted thing and got money out of that. Well, never mind.
Yeah, you want to go
You
ahead and
know
correct
what?
yourself?
Yeah, never mind. Never mind. Forgot.
Where'd you go? Okay. Is there a type of car that you would like in GTA? Roosevelt? Well then, how about we get to do that?
Oh, okay. He just said how much he gets. He gets 85% to 95% of the money,
What do you mean?
and he's streaming on YouTube.
Oh, that. Where's the Roosevelt? It's in Legendary, isn't it? see. Which one? The Valor or the regular? I think it's the Valor. I'll let you. I'll just put it in black and let you change the color later. Hey,
Uh,
Sky.
yeah,
You know the glitch, don't you?
yeah.
Does it matter what garage my car is in?
No,
Wait. Do you have a facility? Shit.
maybe you can't do that one. Are you still in this session?
Me?
Oh, how would I not AFK? You're bored.
How much? How much money do you have in GTA? Because if we can get you, because if we can get you 2 mil, then we can get you a facility and get you whatever car you want.
Yeah. How much? 100 grand. Is that a lot of money?
Which which office is it?
The cheapest one.
Maze Bank West.
Yeah, the one next to the Aparo Heights.
All right,
So yeah, that one west. Sorry,
you're good.
I'm too fucking high. And instead of being funny or anything, I just have a headache and I'm tired. And that's why you're an old man. Not you. Bad timing. The guy on the live stream I'm watching. I'm sorry, baby. I'm probably gonna go to bed anyway, so I love you. Good night. Don't be like that. I'm too tired to play with that. Like I said, the weekend. We can play the weekend. We play on the weekend. No, I don't know. She might. I don't know. Now I feel like a fucking dick. I should have just dropped all my friends. I should have dropped everybody and hung out with you all day. I feel fucking horrible. You don't have space? Buy one of those cards thing that you put in the back of your Xbox. Or just a normal one. I know you've been saying this, but best now to take action.
Me? Let me finish this up real quick. I gotta grab this for
I already
the
said you will.
for my setup. I'm trying to think of the best way to get you a ton of money and
I know you'd
quick.
rather do that. That's why I might just get you one. Well, I actually have one. I have a spare one laying around. I could just mail it to you. Yeah. Why not? No, don't keep saying no. Why not? Nah. No, no, nah. Let me mail it to you. Nah, that. No, we're not going through different languages. No.
Or says no, but then immediately says yes in Spanish.
See, tractor.
Yes, tractor. You not convincing, but tractor. Tractor.
Give me a tractor and we'll talk. Okay. Let me get a couple paychecks and I can make it happen. And you know I'll do it because of what I just did. What I just proved to you with the. Give me time.
What'd you
Can't
just
run forever.
What'd you just do that proved it to her?
Don't worry about it. Yeah, I know. That's like 8 months almost, 9 months, maybe 10 months even of work. I make $34,000 a year. I mean, it's all right. I make over 30 grand, but That's a year though, in a year. Anyway, I will save up as much as I can. The rest of this, oh, it's an end of the year, and I'll buy you a tractor. I'm gonna pull up to your house in Florida in a John Deere, and Dalton's gonna be. Nah, Dalton's gonna be driving it. It's fat. It's, I didn't see you, redneck. I'm just saying. Yeah. In fact, it's sad. It's sad.
Why? I collected Santa's car from the arcade and I can't deliver it.
I don't know. All I know is my guy's sitting on a thing.
I killed myself so I could possibly
I hate
stop being
money.
glitched.
I do too because I hate it when people like throw it at your face. Like, oh, I can buy a Corvette. I could buy this and that.
I
Like,
can buy a piece of candy.
I know I was jokingly saying the tractor thing because honestly, I might buy a tractor because I'm gonna be owning property soon, so I might buy a tractor. Who knows? I really don't know. But anyway, um, I just don't like it when people do that. Like Mr. Beast when he says, "Oh, $1 million, blah blah." Well, no, yeah, I'm proud of that. There's no point of being upset at me because I'm proud of how much I make in a year.